Good morning and happy Wednesday, folks. I am up bright and early. It's only 9 a.m. and I'm already out on the town. I just had a psychiatry appointment and I stopped at a little cafe afterwards and got a little latte. It's not really mixing well. Let me see if I can mix it a little bit better before we try our first sip, because I don't want it to just be milk, oat milk. Yeah, that's not mixed together well. I'm gonna have to work on that. But it was nice to see my psychiatrist and to tell him that I'm not as down bad anymore. He was like, how have you been? And I was like, a lot better than last time. Because last time I was there, I burst into tears in his office. Like kind of the second I sat down, he was like, how are you? And I started crying. So we've come a long way since then, haven't we, folks? I feel like I'm doing a lot better. I finished Heated Rivalry last night. I thought for some reason there were 8 episodes. And so then when episode 6 ended, I was like, what? And I saw there were no more. But episode 6, wow. If you know, you know. That made the whole thing worth it alone just for that episode. They really made us work. I was like, damn, it took 6 episodes for Ilya, the Russian guy, to be sweet. But once he was so cute and sweet, and I'm obsessed with him. I loved the last episode. Did I love the show as a whole? Now that's the question. I feel like all the hype about it is probably just around like the last 2 episodes, because that's when shit really got good. But it was a lot before then of like, all right, here we go. And I liked that Scott and Kip sort of led the way for Shane and Ilya to make it real, make it official, start being cute together. But yeah, I would give the show a B, and I would give the last episode an A. So, yeah. But yesterday I had 7 sessions yesterday. It was crazy. So last night I was just kind of in a heap of exhaustion. But then today I think I only have 4. So a little bit better of a schedule today. So I'm gonna go home and catch up on like all my notes from yesterday before diving into the work day. So yeah. Oh, and then tonight is Real Housewives of Rhode Island watching night with Caroline. So I'll talk to you guys later. Quick update, folks. This is the worst latte I've ever tasted in my life. It's so bad. At first I was like, it tastes like water. Then you get an aftertaste that's like sweet. I regret all my life choices. Good girl. Good job. You finished your din-dins. Good morning, friends. Oh my goodness. I'm a little bit struggle bus this morning because my period started. So I'm feeling the cramps and the back pain and just kind of like the exhaustion in my bones. I am outside commissary, as you may have guessed, to meet Catherine for coffee. And I'm really excited. I haven't seen Catherine in a while. We have a lot to catch up on. And then later today, I'm going to Orange, California, which is like a little over an hour away, because that's where Sentimental Value Guy lives. And yeah, long distance. And yeah, but I've never seen his area, so he's gonna show me around. So I'm excited about that. But I'm like, ugh, I'm annoyed I got my period this morning because I feel like I'm not gonna have as much energy to like have adventures. But I just took some Advil, so hopefully that starts kicking in soon. But yeah, I was supposed to have a date last night, but I was so exhausted, and now I know why, that I like had to cancel. I was like, I simply need to be on the couch lying horizontal. Beautiful day in LA. It's gonna be in the low 80s. And I'm just excited to get my little cold brew and have a kiki with Catherine. As you've seen, I am currently dog sitting Peach, Caroline's dog, while they're out of town, and we've been having a fun time. Though I will say, Peach is pushing her boundaries. She keeps sneaking into my bedroom to poop on the carpet. So I had to roll up well, it's a rug. I had to roll up the rug that I have in there because she kept sneaking off. The second my head was turned, while I was in sessions with clients, she would sneak into my room and poop. And it's really gross. She eats her poop, but then she'll like leave little bits of it. And I stepped, y'all don't want to know this, but I stepped into a little bit of her poop last night, and I was so annoyed. But she's too cute to stay mad at. So anyway, alrighty, let's go catch up with Catherine. Hey friends, and happy Sunday. I didn't do a good job vlogging yesterday because I was just living in the moment on my little Orange adventure. So I drove to Orange, and it was like such a fun and magical day. We got coffee, we walked around, we sat at a park where there was like some Christians singing and worshiping, and that was kind of funny. And we went to a couple record stores, we went to a brewery, we got tacos. It was such a fun day, and Orange is really cute. He lives right by the Chapman University campus. So I'd actually been there before for a concert, but then like didn't really realize that. So I was like, oh, I kind of recognize this area. Anyway, it was super fun. He's so cute, you guys. I actually like really like him. Yeah, we figured out that we are both on the same dose of Lexapro, anxious twins, and that was just funny too. I was like, wow, what a coincidence. So all in all, we're feeling good about him. And then today, what can I tell you? I had kind of a slower morning, and I just did a lot of notes at Palm Coffee Bar, one of my favorite joints, but I was a little bit distracted because there was this couple there that I can only describe as like out of the show, like Sons of Anarchy or something. Like the man was wearing a cowboy hat. He had the long kind of like greased hair, covered in tats. He looked like a real cowboy in Palm Coffee Bar. And the woman was kind of the same. She was wearing these like low slung jeans and a tank top. She was tatted out, but it was really sweet because they were having like a conversation about their relationship. And she's like, you're just a godsend to me. I mean, I didn't know that I would find someone in my life like you, like yourself. And he was like, well, I sure do feel the same way. And it was really cute, and they were holding hands. And I don't know, I guess he's like a film producer. He does something with film. He was telling her about some zombie movie that he's working on in Boston in August. And I was like, oh, interesting. Sorry guys, I was like real eavesdropping. I was listening to my study music while I was working, and then I caught wind of their conversation, and I pressed pause on that study music. I definitely did. And I was eavesdropping hard. But I don't know, they were just cute. And I'm trying to think of more things they said. Well, he was talking about how he like doesn't check his phone a lot. And she was like, oh, I don't mind. She's like, I mean, the only time I'd start to worry is if it was more than 12 hours. But she's like, but I don't mind. You got things to do. And I was like, girl, I want your relaxed energy. Because having dated avoidance gives you phone anxiety, texting anxiety. So I need to borrow some of her chill. But anyway, right now I'm gonna go home and call my godmother, actually, because she's having some health issues. And so I need to check on her and see how she's doing. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do the rest of the day. The world is kind of my oyster. I was toying with maybe going to see Devil Wears Prada 2 by myself tonight. But then I've got Euphoria to watch tonight too. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. Petey, she's going home.
We're going bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Peach.
Oh, thank you, Auntie.
You're welcome. We love you. Starbucks is popping off. We got our flat whites. Mom tried every perfume they had in the store. And she reeks of perfume. Well, folks, we made it to Cabo. I'll give you a room tour. This is by far the nicest place I've ever stayed. Feeling like I'm in White Lotus, so let's check it out, shall we? You come inside, huge bed. My mom's giving me some stink about having to share this with me, but she'll come around. And nice TV. We've got a little coffee station here. Hello. Coffee station here. And then the outside is really the ticket, because we've got a little couch area, beautiful ocean here, and a hammock. Pretty dang cute. And here we've got the bathroom. Look at this tub. That tub means business. We've got vanity here, vanity there. Another view of the hammock. Pretty darn nice. Okay, now I'm straight chilling on the bed. What can I tell you? We left this morning. Oh my gosh, wait, you guys, we have so much to catch up on. Okay, so flight left at 10, but when I got to my mom's house last night to like drop off Petey and spend the night at hers so we could go to the airport together, I realized that I left my freaking bathing suits in my apartment. So this morning I woke up at like 5:30, drove all the way back home to my place, got my bathing suits, and drove back to my mom's, and then the Uber picked us up at 7:20. But we made it to the airport with plenty of time, and yeah, it was an easy flight. I slept for like a good hour, watched some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, called it a day. But yeah, so you may be wondering, why the heck are you in Cabo, Allie? This is random. And I forget if I've told you why. Basically, my mom, who's a priest, is doing a wedding here. So she's marrying a couple that goes to her church. And she had a guest she was allowed to bring, and this guest is me. And so I'm gonna be going to a few dinners, going to a 10-minute wedding ceremony, and then absolutely chilling by the pool the rest of the time. So I'm stoked for that. So yeah, we're gonna have a laugh and a half in Cabo, staying at the White Lotus Resort. Well, I really don't know how this is gonna taste. It's seared tuna. Pray for me. We've got this. This looks good. It's like some sort of coconut thing. All All right, friends, it is evening now. I'm just in bed. It was a fun day. After I saw you, we got some lunch, some tacos, had a little marg, delish, and then I went to the pool and swam and saw a huge lizard, and then I fell asleep for like an hour, at which point they were closing down the pool, and I was the last one there when I woke up. And then I came back to the room, fell asleep in the hammock for another hour, so I took like a 2-hour nap today. Let's hope I sleep, but I feel exhausted because, you know, the humidity is like really strong here. And yeah, then my mom and I went to get dinner, you know, at a little restaurant here, and I had seared tuna. It was really good. And then my mom insisted on watching this show called Good Omens, and it's not really my cup of tea, but we made it through. I did my Duolingo and scrolled on my phone during that. And now I'm gonna go to sleep. We've got a boat ride bright and early at 9 a.m. tomorrow, so I gotta get some shut-eye, but it was a fun day one.
Coffee.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think we just picked one.
Which one? Spicy? Okay.
All right, fam, I just got a little iced latte. Comes in this little sippy cup. We're gonna try a first sip together. Interesting. I've never tasted a latte like this. It's good, it's just the oat milk is like nothing I've ever tasted. I'll keep you posted. All right, folks, it's the evening of the rehearsal dinner, and I'll do a little fit check for you. I don't have my tripod, so we're gonna have to do the best we can with some mirrors and this. So I'm wearing this dress from Old Navy. It's a sort of classic gingham. My hair is just wild because I was in the pool this afternoon, so that's kind of the look we're going for. Let me see if I can show you in the mirror what this dress is looking like. This is our mirror look for the evening. Yeah, this dress is so comfy and I don't have to wear a bra with it. And I think it's just really giving. So yeah, you love to see it. I have 3 minutes before this thing kicks off, but I wanted to just tell you a little bit about the day. So we went on this boat ride that was pretty sick. Here's what I'll say about boat rides. Sometimes they play the like music really loud and it's overstimulating to me. But other than that, it was really beautiful. And I made a friend, I forget her name. She's a mom. She lives in a mansion in Los Feliz. Lip filler up the wazoo, but absolute queen. So that was fun. She's a pharmacist. Anyway, and then we had lunch at the same place we had lunch yesterday. Got some shrimp tacos that were immaculate. Then we came back here, I got changed, went to the pool. It was tough getting a pool chair today. And so I just found this kind of wooden chair off to the side and put my stuff there. And, oh, I saw the lizard. I saw the lizard yesterday when I was in the hot tub, and again today sunning on the rock. So that was special. It was nice to see him again. Yeah, I'm kind of stalling heading down to this rehearsal dinner because my mom already went ahead to like help with the actual rehearsal, and now is the dinner part. And I don't know, I'm like walking into a crowd of people that I don't really know. I'm gonna be like, Mom, where are you? So anyway, but yeah, another successful day. I took another nap after my swim in the hammock, which is a great nap spot. As my mom says, it feels like being back in the womb. So yeah, day 2 is a success so far. I don't think I'll take much footage at the rehearsal dinner because I don't want to, you know, interrupt the wedding proceedings, but yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Gotta set the scene. Well, team, I got the primo spot today. There was this couple that was hogging this spot the past 2 days, but no matter. I came earlier and snagged this spot. It's right by the lizard. And it's got a pool right here and a great ocean view. So fear not. Patience is a virtue.
There's a pool club after school and eat burgers and fries. And drink 7-Up.
All right, team. So if you remember yesterday, I got a latte with oat milk that was really quite shockingly bad. Today, I said, I'm ready to get hurt again, and I'm gonna try a cold brew with almond milk, which you know is my other drink that I oft order in LA. So, first sip test. Let's do this one together. We've got it right here in this little sippy cup. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not as good as an LA cold brew, but definitely better than yesterday's latte fiasco. What have I been up to today, you may ask? Well, you can tell by the state of me. I've been at the pool. I feel like I'm like more freckled than I've been in a while. But I had a great morning at the pool, and I got a primo spot, as I told you. So now I'm gonna spend some hammock time and then get ready for the wedding at 4:30 down on the beach, which is gonna be an absolute scaldorama. It's gonna be so hot because it's humid AF today. It's only 82 degrees out, but it feels much hotter because the humidity is really intense. So I look a bit of a drowned rat right now, but my hair is gonna dry and then it'll be cute and curly, and I'm gonna wear my black dress tonight. I'll show you later. We'll do a little fit check later, but successful last full day here, and we'll see how the wedding goes tonight. Fit check of the night. Wearing this black dress. You might remember it from the Portugal trip. Hair is crazy again. Let's do a little mirror pic. Here's the situation. I didn't go to the wedding. I didn't go to the wedding because I did fall asleep in the hammock, and my mom was kind enough not to wake me. Oh, someone's knocking at the door. But yeah, but I will be going to the dinner because I need to get fed.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane a masterpiece. Oh my, oh my love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out. Won't you lay me down to the bed and bury on the edge of your life, staying drunk on your mind. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, knowing we found something so real. On the other day, you got me kissing the ground on the sanctuary. Should be with you.
Cabo, which is their OS series, like the bigger ones, like the 662.
Hey folks, I am back in a big way, back in LA and back from Cabo. What a perfect trip. I needed that. It was really the lap of luxury, as you could tell. I've never been on a vacation that fancy. Will I ever again? Probably not, but that's okay. Yeah, we got back yesterday late afternoon and I picked up Petey from my mom's because my cousin was watching him, and then Petey and I went home, and then am I gonna say his name on the vlog? I don't know. Sentimental value guy, I'm not ready yet, came over, and the guy who lives in Orange came over, and we watched Puss in Boots, The Last Wish or something. I don't know. He was like, oh, have you ever seen the Puss in Boots movie? And I was like, no, but I love Puss in Boots. And yeah, so we watched that. It was cute. It wasn't as good as like everyone has made it out to be, but I still had a fun time watching it. I thought it had a good message. It was basically about like living life in the present and appreciating the now, the here and now. But yeah, it was really nice to see him. And yeah, I was supposed to have jury duty today. I forgot if I told y'all that. I was supposed to have jury duty today, but when I checked online last night, they said that they didn't need me to come in. So I canceled on my clients for today for no reason, but it's good. It gives me a little catch-up day after getting back from Mexico. And then when I went to do my laundry today in my building, the laundry was just like turned off, the machines. And so I think I'm gonna do my laundry at Caroline's tonight when we have our Real Housewives night. But anyway, I'm like, oh, okay, well, plot foiled there. But then I decided, okay, I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna go to San Fernando, my favorite coffee shop, and other than commissary, and get some work done. Sorry, a woman is looking at me. And get some work done. So I came over here and got a bunch of work done, and so I'm feeling good. It's like 11:15ish, and I've already finished all the work for today that I wanted to get done. I'm gonna go home, take Petey out, maybe have some lunch in a bit, and then do my grocery shopping for the week. So this is really quite a catch-up day, and I'm happy for that because it's good to just get on top of the week. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap the vlog up here. Thank you guys for coming along with me on this one. I know it was kind of like all over the place. We were in LA, we were in Cabo, we were doing this, we were doing that, but I've had a fun couple weeks. So I will see you in the next one. And yeah, thanks for coming along with me on this one. Bye-bye.